Electronic warfare duel. Chinese spy ship, 14 miles from San Diego. Live jamming tests. U.S. Navy radars going dark. Electronic warfare in home waters. Pacific Ocean, 14.2 nautical miles southwest of Point Loma, San Diego, California. 0547 hours. Type 815G Dongdiao class intelligence collection vessel. Hull number 856. 6,000 tons of sensors, antennas, and electronic warfare equipment. People's Liberation Army Navy Strategic Support Force. And she's parking herself just outside U.S. territorial waters. Watching, listening, jamming. USS Howard, Arleigh Burke Flight 2 destroyer, detects the Chinese vessel at 0552 hours. Commander Michael Torres studies the contact. XO, confirm identification on surface contact bearing 245, range 14 miles from Point Loma. The executive officer zooms optical sensors. Sir, confirmed. Chinese Type 815G SIGINT vessel, full antenna farm, multiple radomes, electronic warfare configuration. She's running every sensor she has. Active collection mode. This isn't first time Chinese spy ship operated near San Diego. They do it every few months. Park outside territorial waters, monitor U.S. Navy communications, track ship movements, map radar frequencies, standard intelligence collection, legal under international law, annoying but acceptable. Until the jamming starts. Naval Base San Diego Operations Center detects unusual radar interference at 0604 hours. ANSPS-49 air search radar shows degraded performance. False targets appearing, real targets disappearing. This isn't atmospheric interference. This isn't equipment malfunction. This is active electronic attack. Sir, we have active jamming on multiple frequencies. X-band, S-band, L-band. Sophisticated frequency hopping pattern. Source bearing 245. Range 14 miles. It's that Chinese spy ship. The electronic warfare technician's voice carries concern. Enemy vessel jamming American radar. In American waters. Near American naval base. This is aggressive. This is hostile. This is active electronic warfare. Rear Admiral Patricia Hayes, Commander Naval Surface Forces Pacific, receives immediate briefing. Admiral, Chinese SIGINT vessel is conducting active electronic warfare tests against our installations. They're jamming our radars, creating blind spots, testing our defensive responses. NavyFirestorm asks, is electronic jamming an act of war? A. Yes, electronic attack. B. No, just interference. C. Depends on intent, legally unclear, operationally hostile. Admiral Hayes makes decisive call. Launch every electronic warfare asset we have. If China wants electronic warfare demonstration, we'll show them what real EW capability looks like. Authorize USS Howard, USS Princeton, and shore-based systems to engage that spy ship electronically. Make their sensors useless. USS Howard activates AN/SLQ-32 V.3 Electronic Warfare Suite, most advanced shipboard EW system in U.S. Navy inventory. Covers 2 Tau 18 GHz spectrum, can jam, deceive, and blind enemy sensors. Commander Torres sets parameters. Target Chinese vessel bearing 245. Full spectrum jamming, maximum power. Show them what Aegis destroyer can do. The SLQ-32 broadcasts across multiple frequencies simultaneously. Creates electromagnetic chaos. The Chinese Type 815G's collection antennas suddenly saturated with noise. Signal-to-noise ratio collapses. Their sensitive receivers overload. This is electronic equivalent of shining spotlight in someone's eyes. Blinding, overwhelming, painful. Aboard the Chinese spy ship, Captain Wu Chengli watches his systems fail. Report, what is happening? The electronics warfare officer frantically adjusts frequencies. Captain, we are being jammed. American destroyer is broadcasting full-spectrum interference. Our collection systems are useless. We cannot intercept any signals. We cannot even maintain communications with Fleet Command. This is humiliating. Chinese intelligence vessels specifically designed to collect electronic signals, but they cannot collect anything except American jamming, cannot hear anything except noise. Captain Wu makes decision. Activate our electronic attack systems. Show the Americans we can fight back. Stay with me, because this electronic warfare duel reveals capabilities both sides want to keep secret. The Type 815G activates its own offensive systems. Chinese electronic warfare has improved dramatically in past decade. Russian technology, domestic innovation, stolen American designs. They have capability, and now they're using it. High-power jamming directed at USS Howard, targeting SPY-1D radar, trying to blind Aegis combat system. Commander Torres watches radar display degrade. Sir, we're being jammed back. Chinese vessel is targeting our air search radar. Significant performance reduction. We've lost track on aircraft at extreme range. This is surprising. Chinese EW is more capable than intelligence predicted. They're actually degrading Aegis radar. That shouldn't be possible, but it's happening. Route secondary power to SPY-1D, increase transmit power, burn through their jamming. The Aegis system has massive power reserves. Phased array radar can increase output to overcome jamming. Power versus power. Whoever has more electricity wins, and nuclear-powered destroyer has effectively unlimited power. But USS Howard is gas turbine powered, not nuclear. Power is limited. Commander Torres checks fuel consumption. Running radar at maximum power burns fuel at incredible rate. How long can we maintain max power on SPY-1D? Sir, at current consumption, maybe 6 hours before we need to refuel. 6 hours. The Chinese spy ship is diesel-electric. Probably has similar endurance running EW systems at maximum power. This is war of attrition. Electronic war of attrition. Whoever blinks first loses. USS Princeton, Ticonderoga-class cruiser, joins the electronic battle at RO6 42 hours. Captain Sarah Martinez brings 10,000 tons of Aegis cruiser into formation with Howard. Howard, this is Princeton. We're adding our jamming to yours. Let's see how they handle 2 Aegis ships simultaneously. The combined electronic warfare output from 2 Aegis vessels is overwhelming. The Chinese Type 815G's systems completely saturated. They cannot collect intelligence, cannot communicate effectively, cannot even navigate safely because GPS is being jammed. Captain Wu's ship is electronically blind, dead in the water from sensors perspective. But China has shore-based support too. Electronic warfare stations in China detect American jamming, calculate backtrack bearings, identify USS Howard and Princeton signatures. Now Chinese military has detailed profile of American EW capabilities. They're learning even while being jammed. This is intelligence collection even in defeat. NavyFirestorm technical analysis. Modern electronic warfare is about power, frequency agility, and adaptive algorithms. Chinese systems are frequency hopping across spectrum, trying to find clear channels. American systems are following the hops and jamming each frequency. It's cat and mouse game at light speed. Algorithms fighting algorithms. Software versus software. Then Chinese spy ship does something unexpected. Massive power surge. Every antenna broadcasts simultaneously. Maximum output. This isn't jamming. This isn't collection. This is electronic warfare equivalent of screaming, creating so much electromagnetic noise that everything within 20 miles is affected. Sir, extreme electromagnetic interference. All bands. The Chinese ship just went to maximum power on everything. The EW officer has never seen this. Theory only. Brute force electronic attack. No sophistication. No elegance. Just raw power overwhelming everything. USS Howard systems struggle. Radar degraded 40%. Communications disrupted. Even GPS shows errors. This is dangerous. If air traffic control radars at San Diego Airport are affected, civilian aircraft could be endangered. If navigation systems on commercial ships are disrupted, collisions become possible. The Chinese just escalated from military EW to potential civilian casualties. Commander Torres contacts fleet operations. Sir, Chinese vessel has gone to maximum power EW broadcast. It's affecting civilian systems. We need to shut them down. Request permission to use cyber weapons. Cyber weapons. This is classified capability. U.S. Cyber Command has tools to attack enemy electronic systems remotely. Malware, virus injection, remote exploitation. But using cyber weapons is escalation. Is authorization to hack Chinese warship in international waters. Is crossing threshold nobody wants to cross. Admiral Hayes makes strategic decision. Negative on cyber weapons. Too much escalation. But authorize directed energy weapon test. We have due prototype on Howard. Use it. Burn out their transmitters. USS Howard has secret weapon. High energy laser system. 150 kilowatt prototype, mounted in place of CIWS Phalanx, designed to shoot down missiles and aircraft, but it can also burn through electronic equipment. From 14 miles, definitely within range. Weapons. Acquire Chinese vessel with laser system. Target their largest transmitter. Fire when ready. The laser capacitor's charge. Takes 30 seconds to reach full power. 150 kilowatts of coherent light energy. Invisible beam. No warning. No defense except not being in the beam path. The targeting system locks on large dish antenna on Type 815G's main mast. Range, 14.2 nautical miles. Atmospheric conditions, clear. Perfect shot. Laser firing. The high-energy beam crosses 14 miles in microseconds, strikes the Chinese transmitter dish, 150 kilowatts focused on 10-centimeter spot. Metal heats instantly, 500 degrees, 1000 degrees, 2000 degrees. The antenna feed melts, the transmitter fails, smoke rises from the damaged equipment. Aboard Chinese spy ship, alarms scream. Fire! Fire on main mast antenna. Captain Wu runs to external camera display, sees smoke, sees melted metal, sees damage that shouldn't exist. They weren't hit by missile, weren't hit by shell. What caused this? Captain, the Americans have directed energy weapon. They burned our antenna with laser. The EW officer checked thermal sensors, saw the heat signature, saw the burn pattern. This is laser weapon. This is technology China has been trying to develop for years, and Americans just demonstrated it works against Chinese equipment in combat conditions. NavyFirestorm question. Can laser destroy radar antenna at 14 miles? A. No, too far. B. Yes, with enough power. C. Only in perfect conditions. Answer is B. 150 kilowatt is enough power. Captain Wu faces terrible decision. Continue electronic warfare and risk more laser strikes. Withdraw and admit defeat. Escalate and deploy Chinese-owned weapons. The damaged antenna is proof Americans can destroy his ship's systems without firing missile or shell. Just light, just energy, just physics. Secure all offensive electronic warfare systems. Maintain passive collection only. Move to 20-mile range, outside their laser envelope. The Chinese spy ship reduces power output, stops active jamming, retreats to safer distance. This is admission of defeat. This is acknowledging American superiority. But it's survival. USS Howard's laser had one more effect nobody anticipated. The 150-kilowatt beam, while invisible to human eye, creates ionization trail through atmosphere, creates temporary plasma channel. This channel shows up on satellite imagery, shows up on atmospheric sensors. Every intelligence agency with satellite coverage saw that laser shot, saw American ship fire directed energy weapon at Chinese vessel. The secret capability is secret no longer. Chinese Ministry of National Defense issues statement within hours. American warship attacked planned vessel conducting lawful operations in international waters, used experimental weapon to damage Chinese equipment. This is unprovoked aggression. China reserves right to respond. But the statement is weak. No threats of military action, no promises of retaliation, just complaint. Because China knows they lost this engagement. They started electronic warfare. Americans ended it. With technology China doesn't have deployed yet, the capability gap is clear. U.S. Pacific Fleet declassifies some details about the engagement. Chinese spy ship conducted active electronic warfare against U.S. naval installations, disrupted radar systems essential for air defense, potentially endangered civilian aircraft. USS Howard responded with proportional electronic countermeasures and defensive systems, all actions taken in self-defense and protection of American territory. The careful wording is diplomatic protection, doesn't mention laser weapons specifically, doesn't reveal capability details, but every naval intelligence analyst in world knows what happened. United States has operational shipboard laser weapon, and it works. Against real targets, at real ranges, in real combat conditions. The electronic warfare duel near San Diego lasted 94 minutes, started with Chinese jamming American radars, escalated to mutual EW attacks, ended with American laser destroying Chinese antenna, 0 casualties, 0 physical damage except 1 burned antenna. But strategic implications are massive. Electronic warfare is real warfare. Jamming is attack, and America has weapons China cannot match. Shore-based electronic warfare sites in San Diego recorded entire engagement, every frequency used, every jamming pattern, every Chinese technique, building comprehensive electronic order of battle. Next time Chinese spy ship tries this, American EW systems will be pre-programmed to counter every tactic. The learning is mutual, but Americans learned more from winning than Chinese learned from losing. 3 questions for Navy Firestorm community. First, should electronic jamming be considered act of war? Second, was laser weapon use justified or escalation? Third, what stops China from trying this again? Answer to question 3. Cost-benefit analysis stops them. China deployed spy ship worth $200 million, lost antenna worth $2 million, gained intelligence worth maybe $10 million, but revealed American laser capability worth billions in strategic value, and got humiliated internationally. The math doesn't work. Better to collect intelligence quietly than provoke demonstrations of American superiority. The San Diego electronic warfare incident changed naval operations in Southern California. Permanent EW watch on all Chinese vessels approaching California coast. Pre-authorized electronic countermeasures. Laser weapons on alert status. And most importantly, willingness to engage electronically proven. China tested American response. Got definitive answer. Don't jam American radars near American bases. Or get burned. Literally. Type 815G hull, number 856, returns to Chinese waters with damaged antenna. Becomes case study in PLA Navy. American electronic warfare capabilities and directed energy weapons employment. The conclusion is sobering. U.S. Navy electronic warfare superiority remains absolute. Directed energy weapons are operational and effective. Recommend avoiding direct EW engagement with American vessels until Chinese capabilities improve. The recommendation is followed. Chinese spy ships continue monitoring U.S. operations, but they stay passive. No more active jamming. No more electronic attacks. They watch. They listen. They learn. But they don't challenge. Because one burned antenna taught lesson that briefings never could. American electronic warfare dominance is real, and it's backed by laser weapons that burn through equipment at 14 miles. Superior technology, electromagnetic dominance, NavyFirestorm, where electronic warfare meets directed energy.